Hello everybody, I'm Serta and welcome back to MineMogul. We are pretty much where we left off in the last episode. I have the pipes going through. We finished a bunch of quests. I have 3 research tickets. We're working on the Master of Rods at the moment and we're almost there. And I'm going to have to get going on those clusters. I made a little mistake in the last episode. I turned on all my miners after turning them all off. And then forgot to switch off the cluster miners, these heavy miners. So I've got a bit of a mess. And I rifled through this to see if I could find geodes, and I think I found one. I think it's that smooth rock down there. So I'm going to grab that out in a little bit. And I need to do something with the cluster breakers and get all of this fed onto this line so that we can increase the amount of iron stuff coming out. I have one on the gold as well, which is also a big mess at the moment. And then I also need to do one on the copper. And if we can find a coal node, I'll do one on there as well. Anyway, that's where we are. So the plan for today is sort out those clusters, figure out what those geodes are, and feed it into our system. We are doing pretty okay at the moment. The only thing that I haven't taken into account right now is the threaded bars that are coming later, but I have decided that I'm going to come up for those. I'm going to do them kind of over in this area. I don't know how much space I'm going to need. Apparently those machines run a little slowly, so we might have to split. But I also have to make sure that at the end, I can divert the simple things like the plates and the rods and the ingots along with the other stuff through to achieve those final objectives. Anyway, there's a lot to do today, so let's get stuck in. So for our first test, I need to break this down. So we'll take that and I'll start off on the easy one, which is the iron. And that means that we are going to need to bring this lot out. Let's see how this would fit, because if I can bring this straight out from here, I can land it on that line. But then I'm going to need to separate the geodes out. And I'm not sure quite where I'm going to do them yet. Maybe I can bring them over into that little area there. For now, anyway. So here's our cluster breaker. And it's not going to be happy there. I need to get myself some platforms. And I have some, but let's sort out a bit of light over here first. Very dark. And maybe some down here somewhere. Yeah, right there looks good. I'm going to grab this rock out of here. I'm pretty sure that that's the geode thing that I'm looking for. So I'm not going to mess with it. I will just pop it over here for now. And I'll rifle through and see if I can find any more. Yeah, just by picking it up and dropping it. Oh, damn. That is not what I wanted to do. Come back. There we go. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work going onto this line. It'll need to get broken up first. Otherwise it'll jam things up at the top. Right, now let's line this up. Maybe I don't need to drop it too far. I'll put this somewhere in here. Will I be able to drop off the edge? It looks like I might be able to. So if I grab this and I drop it in the bin, yeah, it goes through. Alright, well, that's pretty straightforward then. So we'll just bring a belt straight out of here. And one more. Let's test and see if that works. Alright, we'll keep an eye on it. Ooh, I might need to put a chute in here because that is not going to work unless I do bring this up. Yep, okay, I'm going to bring it up. We'll take that, see if we can bring it up to about there. Don't stress, I'll get rid of those. And then this machine hopefully will work over there. Let's put a piece on and test it out. Oh, this is higher than I thought it was. Alright, so is this going to fall in without a problem? Yep. Okay. That means that I can just add a belt over there and that should do the trick. So, quick test. That doesn't look right, does it? No, that isn't right. This belt is too high. Break it down. Yeah, that's where it's supposed to be. And that is much better. And then I just need a merger. Oh, there's another mining location up here. I'll have to keep an eye on this. Maybe I should just turn this so that it doesn't do anything funky coming down. Yeah, like that. And then it has a bit of space to fall off. But then I'm going to need to separate those geodes out. And I'll give this area a bit of light as well. Maybe right there. Also, I should probably put this through, because that's going to go through that machine first. So let's take this up to the top. We'll drop it on this line and see what it gives us at the bottom and grab those off so we know what to filter out. Alright, come along. Is it stuck? Oh, there it is. Oh, it's crystals. Oh, and we get 2 pieces out. So let's grab them. Alright, they landed upside down. I want to place them up. Alright, cool. So that's going to come through over here. And I'm not sure what we do with them after this. I don't see anything in the tech tree about them. Alright, so we've got quartz, amethyst, and celestite. This one looks like quartz, I think. Yeah, we've still got to collect these clusters, the coal, copper, and gold to unlock that. But that's fine. So these go through and they literally just get crushed. So I'll grab a sorter conveyor and let's decide where it's going to go. I think maybe it can come through on this line. I hope that's the right line. And that would go that way. And then I could bring that over that way. And yes, that is the right line. I'm going to have to jump it up. So we'll ramp it there and then flatten it. Hop over, come through, ramp this down on this side. Reverse direction. And I suppose that these will have to be polished at some point. Maybe. Well, for now it doesn't say it needs to, so I'm going to just run this across. We've got space that we can put one in if we like, and then I'll put one of those in to filter. So we'll grab that, and we'll just pop it in over here. There we go. I think I'm ready to switch everything up there on. But first, there's some cleaning up to do. Another thing that I want to check is how do these smaller pieces handle this cluster breaker. So let's pop that in and see if anything actually comes out. Oh yeah, it's not affected at all. Alright, so because this is producing some of those. So let me throw this on belts and we'll just keep doing this until this area is clean, then we can switch the miner on. And that's a lot of extra iron coming through. A lot. Wow. Yeah, that belt is starting to look good. Although it's not going to come through this fast from the machine. It's just because I'm doing all this cleanup. And I've still got to clean up at the bottom as well. Now, I could go into this menu and clear all physics or objects, but I don't want to because, oh, there are some... That's full. Is that jammed? I think it might be jammed. Yeah, there are some things around the map that I'd still like to pick up. Yeah, bits of... Oh, this is not good. Ah, there we go. Like ingots and gems and stuff that are lying around the map. Okay, I'm going to try and load this. Give me a moment until I've got this place cleaned up. Well, that took far longer than it should have, and I think I'm pretty much cleaned up. So far, everything seems alright, so let's switch this machine on, and we'll see how it goes. Now, this obviously isn't going to put out as quickly as I was putting it onto the belt now, so the chances of it jamming are unlikely. But it is going to add a fair bit to our line. Let's have a look. So that's one going through, and it's broken up into 3. Yep, that looks good. Alright, so we have an idea how this crushing machine works now. Yeah, alright, good. So I think the next one I'd like to do is probably the copper, and I think the copper one was up this way. Yeah, it's in this row, yes. It's a bit of a thing, you see, because if I grab this large auto miner, or the heavy auto miner, and I put it over here, it feeds straight onto this line, which is not a big problem. I could put some lighting in. We'll put one over there and have one over on this side, like that. Let's not have it hover, so we'll put it like that. Right, so we got... Oh gosh, this is... I really need to focus. Yeah, those guys are going to go through and cause an issue. So let's just grab that and drop it off. The same with this. Any more? No. I'm just throwing them down because I don't want them going through this system. I'm not sure that these sorters and crushers can deal with the big ones. I don't think they can. So we need to do something a little different here. All of this stuff that's coming through here needs to go through a crusher. That means I'm probably going to need to raise this belt a little bit, and that's fine. I don't think that's a problem. And then after that, we're going to need to divert the geodes around and back. And I'm doing the copper first, because I'm going to completely avoid the mess in the gold mine, which is right here. That's not cool. Anyway, I'll get back to it. Last thing here now is I have belts in a whole bunch of places, so I can just go and dump things on belts as I find them lying around. Oh, and I need to change the mode. Yeah, there we go. So I need to go and buy myself another cluster breaker, and this is all looking fine. There's nothing jammed up in here. Good. So I'm going to need at least 2 of them. Probably 3. Yeah, I'm just going to get 3. Alright, so that is that. I got those. And now, let's have a look at research. There's nothing more that I can activate. I've still got to collect those clusters and run them back. That's going to be a little bit of a pain, but it's only 6 of each. So, research. I got 6 tickets. Let's see, what's important? You know, I'm kind of keen on this. There's only 1 research ticket, but it has stairs, which will be better than the ramps. So, I'm going to unlock that one. Right now, I am not really worried about these. The routing conveyor. Yep, let's get that. We'll get the sorter basket lid, and I have 2 left. Yeah, let's get the roller routing conveyor for no real reason, but we have it. And we'll head over to the copper, and let's figure out how we're going to do this. So I'm going to have to take a bunch of stuff out here. So let me turn these off. Luckily, it's only 2 of them, so yep, you're off. And that'll allow me to think about things a little bit. So from here, it's probably going to need to go up a ramp. I don't know how high, but I can take it back to there. And we'll just take a whole bunch of belts out. And then we'll get one of these, rotate it in, grab our cluster breaker. Oh, good. Okay, so it can work like that. Well, I hope. That should be fine, right? And then it can come straight out onto the belt. Okay, pretty simple. And then I need to grab the conveyor sorter and then decide where that is going to go. I could just drop it onto the gem belt. And that is right here. Yeah, that'll work. And maybe they could all go on the gem belt eventually, because these are going to go through and they're going to get polished and dropped in. And honestly, I could have just merged this line in with this. I don't see many of these things coming through, so almost no point in wasting space with extra belts for them. So back up here then, the gap. Alright, it'll come through here and then go a little bit sideways. And hopefully I don't run out of material too quickly. So we'll turn it there. And I think the line we want is that way. And we'll take it over. Yeah, this is going to work. And now that I'm here, we'll rotate that. And just so it doesn't fall too far, I'll bring this over and we'll drop it in around there. That looks good. Now, do I have a merger? I don't have a merger. Wait, I don't need a merger. What am I thinking? I need a sorter. And I have a sorter. So I'm going to have to break that belt out and put a sorter in here. And then I think I am ready to turn this machine on. So let's turn it on. Let's turn all of them on. And that's the last one. So there goes a cluster. And let's wait and see if we get one of those geodes through. I'm going to have to wait, because if I don't separate a geode out, I could be in a bit of trouble. It will cause a jam. So I'm going to hang around here for a moment and pick up that geode, hopefully. But I also need 6 of these, so I'll grab them and toss them off to the side while I'm waiting. I regard myself as a relatively patient person, but this is just taking ages. Good thing is I got a lot of money, but I don't know if I'm ever going to see a geode come out of here. There's a 0.3% chance of a geode. That means like 1 in 300. So it could just be a very, very long time. But I don't want to leave it in case one goes through and then clogs up the system. Because I see there's 3 different types of geodes. And that is, it's a possibility that the copper mine pulls out different types of geodes. Oh, and here's a thought I haven't even thought of. Maybe all the big ore things pull out all the different types of geodes. That could be a problem. Now, I just know that I'm going to walk away from this to go and pick up another type of geode to put into this basket. And when I do, it's going to be... And when I do... Oh, wait. Oh, got one. Okay, well, I don't need to take it out here. I need to take it out on the other side, finally. So there we go. And that looks exactly the same as the other. Oh, come on. Oh, damn it. I want to pick you up. Pick up and put in basket. And that one. Now, this looks the same as that, so there's no point in bringing that one over here. So what I'll do is I'm going to take this over to the other side. It does look exactly the same as the one that we found, so oof. Maybe it is a thing. Right. But at least I know I have a geode in here, so let's pick all of this up and we'll drag this back. Now, I think there's 6 pieces in there, and I'm very, very carefully going to try and walk back to base without dropping these on a belt by mistake. Nope. Magnet doesn't hold them terribly well, but I can walk up my ramp. I can't see anything. We'll go to I'm going to take a chance and jump. Yep. Oh, okay. I made it. So this one can just go straight in. Now, where is that geode thing? There it is. All right, I'm going to stash that one over there and grab all of these. And that is 6 copper clusters, I think. Maybe more. Yep. Okay, good. We've got that done. Now we need to let's do the gold before we do the coal. But before we head over there, let's just make sure that everything here is still working properly. Yep, we got a lot more copper coming in now. Oh, that's good. And I have been told that the crushed coal is better than the regular coal. So I think I am going to put a crusher in over there. I see that there's a bit of a mess on the belt as well. Things are falling through poorly. And I have the chutes, so I'm going to try and do that properly. I'm going to head over to the gold area and go and do that. I dropped some clusters down here. Don't care. So through to the gold. And boy, this is going to take a heck of a cleanup. I'm going to start off by turning off everything. Right, those are turned off. Then I'm going to put some lights in here because it's very dark. So one there is a pathway back there. Put that over there. Right, the room is better lit than it was before. So what we're going to do here, I think we have a natural slope over here, so I'll take advantage of that. And hopefully it doesn't block my route out. It actually might. Let's take a few bits out. Get our cluster breaker. It's going to have to rotate. Darn. Yeah, this is a bit of a problem. And then I'm going to have to separate the geodes out a little bit further down. Okay, let's try this. That is about the best I can do. So we'll bring this over. And yeah, I'm just going to have to jump around to get around this area for now. And then we'll follow this line. And then I'm going to have to split those geodes out somewhere around here. So that's the belt. I'll come back down from there. To change the direction, it'll come up. No, that's not going to work. Slightly too high. Well, it could. It's just going to mean I need to adjust some belts. Take out some of these supports. Take out a couple of these belts. And this is still not quite going to work. Well, maybe it will. If for some reason it just won't let me do this. But I think if I belt a bend over here and then a bend there, then that'll work. And then I can immediately bring this up from there and turn it. And I have enough space to break out a bit. Okay, that'll work. That's fine. So we'll bend that. This belt will go up and up. It won't let me. Take out that. And there you go. Oh, that's great. Now I just have to rifle through all of that gold that's lying there and see if I can find a geode to throw through and put into this basket. Once that's done, we can switch the gold back on. So back in the gold room to do some rifling. This will be easier to clean up. I can just throw it onto this belt. It's all going through the cluster breaker. Right. Just throw things around a little. There's got to be geodes in here somewhere. This one, maybe I need to do something different because the clusters were getting stuck underneath this. So if I take that out and then replace it with a ledge, maybe? Well, hopefully they don't fall off over here. We'll see. But I've done a bit of rifling and I don't see a single geode yet. And what are the chances of geodes? 0.4. Okay, so it's better than we had. Alright, so we continue. A question though, if we put gems through this, I haven't even thought of that, but if we put gems through this, do they come out? So there's a diamond coming through with that coal. Let's see if that diamond comes out. If it doesn't, oof, that's a huge issue. Alright, I hear it. And it's safe. Alright, alright. Well, that would have been a huge problem. But it is not a problem, so continue the cleanup. Oh man, this is so bad. I haven't found a single geode in this lot. Well, folks, this is very weird. I have been through what must be a couple of hundred at least. And I haven't found a single geode. I got nothing to split out. And from what I can tell, there are 3 different types of geodes. I don't think that the sorters are going to classify them as one. Well, we have a dilemma. I haven't found a geode at all. But at least this room is clean. Well, almost. Now, if we go by the numbers, this has a better chance of getting a geode than the copper one, and there wasn't a single geode. Now, it's possible I missed And if I did, we're going to find it somewhere else down the line. Anyway, I'm going to need to do some repairs and changes here. We'll need to merge this, and I don't have any more mergers. So before I switch all of this on, let me go and get that merger. And then I'll have a look and see if we can spot any issues. You know, honestly, these geodes are probably going to go through and land up on the gem belt. Anyway, if I miss them. Yeah, so maybe I should just leave it. Because everything is being filtered, and the gems are falling through. Well, anything that isn't filtered is falling through, and it's going to land up on the gem belt anyway. So maybe I'm wasting my time separating them out like this. But I'm sure it's fine. Go and grab that merger. So, conveyors. Merging conveyor. Probably going to need a few. Just get 10. Pretty good on everything else. And then we can just take a leisurely stroll back to the gold cave. Now this area at the back over here, we could do something there as well. Not sure what it is yet, but it is possible that we can do something over here. We can put a platform down and, I don't know, maybe do some other crushing or something. But I think maybe that big coal node is over there. Could be. Anyway, have to make some adjustments over here. So we'll take this belt out, get our merger. Luckily I had mergers because I didn't pick up the ones that I just bought. We'll rotate that and change direction. That's the way I want it to go. That can go, and we'll just ramp that to there and that to there. And then this will need to, is it going to ramp up? I think it is. I have to change the direction, bring that to there, and that belt over there. Super. Now we can switch on everything. And the big one goes on. I'll just keep an eye on that. And turn that one on. That's everything running again. And there is our first cluster. Good. Just keep an eye down here. Okay, that cluster is coming through. Right, that's working. And then we just follow it down the line. Everything should be good. I will find a geode and we can maybe divert it off here. Oh, I didn't put this merger in, did I? I'm not sure that it matters a lot. So we're going to take that out. This merger will go in like that. Perfect. Alright, in the meantime, we have passed 300,000 in money. So, wow. I think we're doing okay. Let's have a look at the quests. This one is still in progress. We'll get onto the Master of Pipes soon. And then we can get into the threading lathe. That's going to take a little bit more organization. Oh, right. I was supposed to bring 6 of those flippin' gold clusters over this way. Let me go and get them. I think that is 6. Yep. And then we'll just walk back with them. It looks like I picked up a few more things. I hope that's 6. Let's see. Yep. Gold is done. So now we just need to find the coal. And I thought it was over here. I could be wrong. But I think we need some light in here anyway. So we'll pop a couple down. I am running out. Oh, I just realized I had such a short route that I could have brought all of the stuff out into the main room over here through the back. It's fine. Same either way. Yeah, I feel like that coal node wasn't far off. So I'm going to walk around and just go and have a look for it. There was some up there. Okay, these are all iron. Alright, well I just walked around the whole place. I honestly thought I had seen a coal node. But obviously I was mistaken. I mean, these are small ones. That's great and all, but not what I'm after. So it might be time to break into some new areas, and it's not like I'm short of the cash. So this one's 9,600. So we'll purchase it. And the plunger is down here, so let's blow it. And boom, it's gone. And we are in a nice new area that's quite pretty. Okay, there was an elevator here. Obviously it doesn't work anymore. I see locations for miners. Well, there's one. That's just copper. More copper, more copper. And there's a passage going back here that we can't get through. And there's another area. That's the 28,000 area. Have I not seen that before? Wait, have we come through here? Alright, well, we're not struggling for cash, so might as well. So we purchase that and plunge it. Alright, oof. And now we have another big room. Hang on a sec. Is this where... Yep, this is coal. Well, might as well build it. Should I leave it running for a bit? Yeah, maybe. We'll walk down this way and see if I can find a short route back to our main room. Oh, there's another route through here for 5.5, so we'll get that and blow it up. And that comes through to this room. Alright, I think that's enough. Let's switch this off before it turns into a mess. So this is quite a big room, and you could do something in here. It looks like there's like a opening up top. Don't know if we can do anything with that. Can we crouch through here? Yeah, we can. That brings us into this room. Back here again. I don't see another way out. So from this ramp, we can go straight into our room. We're completely on the wrong side of it, but that's okay. See if there's a better way. What we got up here? Oh, that brings us closer. Oh, wow. Oh, I know where I am now. This is this big opening right in the middle. Okay. So we could bring our stuff through from around the corner. Is it minor? And there is a drop-off over here as well, right next to this. Wonder where that goes. This can't be a room that we've been in before. Got it? Yeah, it is. Okay. I think I know where we are. Yeah, that'll drop in, and I think that's somewhere near the gold cave, maybe. Droppers and chutes. Absolutely. But now, did I see another for sale sign somewhere? Man, this higher level area is a maze. There's another couple of these rich iron deposits. 3 more. Oof, that's a lot of iron. And there's a lot of copper up here as well. Man, this area is rich. It is very rich. But it is also a maze. Right, I'm going to pick up these coal clusters and I'm going to jump down carefully. Oh, hang on. They break. Oh boy, I might have to come back. So if I jump down here... Oh man, they break if you knock them on anything. Okay, well I think I'm down to 3. And that's our room. Ah, damn it, I'm now down to 2. Oh, and I'm down to 1. That's going in the wrong place. Oh, damn it. Oh, and I need those geodes. Oh, and I grabbed the flippin' wrong thigh. Sherbet. Well, I managed to get here and get 1 in. Okay, I'm gonna have to do that trip again. And there's the remnants at the bottom of this hole. So, yeah, back up to the top. Grab a whole bunch more. Maybe I'll grab more than I need, because you never know. My numbers haven't been that good. Alright, where's our miner? I know it's like right here. There it is. And we'll turn it on again. Alright, so I got a bunch. It's a bit of a tricky thing, because you know that some of them are going to break. But if you get too many, you can't see where you're going. And then, one of them just fell off my magnet, so that's toast. Good grief, seriously. Screw it, I have 1 left. It can die. Can I remove these platforms? No, they are going to stay. Okay, so we try again. And I already lost 1. I didn't even do anything, I was just standing there. If I can find a better way down. Oh, awesome. It just brought me right back into this room. Okay, I think I've found the way out. I just have to be really careful. These coal clusters don't like being bumped on anything. Okay, I'm back in the main room after holding my breath for a very long time with what I think are 5 of them. Oh, good lord. Well, hopefully that's 5 now. And shimmy over very carefully and drop them in. Please tell me that was it. Oh my gosh. That was insane. Anyway, we achieved that quest, and we have a research ticket that I don't think I'm going to do anything with right now. Let's go and see what we've got. Master of Pipes is available, so yes, I'm going to activate that quest, since we are already making the pipes. And special treasures in progress, 20 gold, polished gold gears, those are being done, and we'll wait for those gold geodes. They are going to happen eventually. In the meantime, we have a lot more iron, a lot more. Our coal could be better set up. I'll get to all those walled conveyors soon. Right now, that's not really the focus. But yeah, there's quite a lot coming through here. This is not looking too bad. Gold is picking up. We got a bit of it. Money looks great. So now I need to do some planning. First of all, yeah, I'll get to sorting out the coal. Maybe I'll do that between episodes because it's just a crusher. Although I don't want all of it crushed, because some uncrushed stuff still needs to go up here. I'll have to fiddle with how I'm going to do that. Maybe a splitter somewhere down over this side, and then take it over that way. But yeah, you can see we definitely need a walled conveyor over here. It won't be as bad here, but I can almost guarantee that there'll be spillage onto the other belts. So we're going to hear beeping from our polishing machines once in a while. Probably be the same over here. Although this looks neat. Yeah, we might as well do this. You know, I've got a mess here anyway, so it's going to be another mess. Wait, why are there large ones over here? And, oh, wait, that looks different. That's pink. Was the other one pink? Maybe it was. Maybe it's different light over here. But I see some of these have crept through as well. Alright, well, we'll sort those out. Oh, yeah, and that's going to have to be fixed too. My gosh, they're falling through the gap over there. Alright, well, we got problems. But nothing that can't be fixed with a little bit of finagling. Problem here is, how do I do this? Which way do I go? I'm going to have to split it and go this way, but then there's that in the direct line. So if I put the splitter in over there, and then I turn this. Now I'm going to have to go too high because we're going to need to get over a crusher. Although maybe I can make the crusher a little bit further over. So we bring that back, something like that. Have this come through this way. Now what am I thinking here? Hang on. Rethink this space a little. This needs to come one further back to there. And it's still not going to work. Unless I split it over there. Well, that could work. So, like, have the split here. And then come up by 2. We need a crusher. And we can turn that. Hang on. We'll put it like that. Now, the output of that needs to go in here. And this line over here needs to carry on. And, yeah, this one I can raise. Yeah. So we'll do it this way. And there'll be another piece coming down over here. And then this one, which is the non-crushed, can go that way. And that will go there. That can go over. And this one, I think, it's not, I don't think it's quite at the right level. Oh, I'm going to cause problems. But yeah, that can tie into there. Aha. Alright, let's take that one out for a moment so these can carry on flowing. Okay, I think I know what to do here. This will need a merger. I'll have to jump over this side and do it. Take out these supports. This will be a bend going into there. So that'll be a merge. And if I do this quickly, I can avoid too much spillage. That goes in. And that line will eventually be cut. Yeah, for now, I think I can do this tie-in. No, I can't. I'd need to do the split first. Or have them done at the same time. Do I have a splitter? Nope, I don't. So let's go get a splitter. There's the smart splitter conveyor. Alright, we'll get that. And quickly grab it. Okay, so the splitter is going to happen over here. And grab that. Rotate, flip, and rotate. And flip. Yeah, there. Okay, so some will go up. Those will get crushed. And some will come through this way. Good. Now I can break out a couple of pieces over here. And I think I took too many out. Yep. And that goes in. So, everything that goes to the furnaces now should be crushed. And everything that comes through here should be solid. So I can get rid of that splitter over there. And this ramp. So let's start by getting rid of that and putting a bend in here. Rotate it. Oh, it's doing that thing again where it won't let me put it in without breaking that one out. Good lord. Right there. Okay. And then I don't actually need this one anymore. So we'll break that out and put a ramp in over there. Oh, hello. Yep. I don't need this one either. And this can go over the top there and there. These are all big pieces. Those are all small pieces. And we are sorted. Okay, I'm hearing beeping. Where are you beeping? Damn. Wait, it's behind me. I missed where that came from. Maybe with me messing with those coal belts, something fell into the wrong place. That's fine. So let's go and find that geode. And we'll go and see what it is. It needs to be polished. So I'm going to put it on the gem line. Oh, look at this bend. Oh, what a mess. Yep, that's going to need to change. Wait a minute. This is supposed to be the geode line and none of these things are getting polished. I don't have a polisher, so let me go and buy one. So, machines, polisher, in cart, purchase, and pick up. Thank you very much. And I'll just knock these two out, grab the polisher, and rotate it into place. Now, this one over here can go... I swear this is different. Is that the amethyst? We're about to find out. We've got 2 quartz, Yep, that does look like amethyst. Yep, that was an amethyst. Now, where the heck did that come from? Alright, well, before I move on, let me tidy up this absolute mess. It's all just going straight in the bin. There we go. Big chunk of change there. Yeah, this bend is not great. I'm going to have to do something else. But I got some cleaning up to do between episodes. At the moment, we should be separating those geodes out. This hasn't built up, so yeah, that was from the mistakes of the past. I'll clean that up. I need to get all this coal cleaned up as well, and all of that. Holy cow, that's a lot to clean up. And then I'm going to have to hang around and watch out for geodes, because we haven't had any celestite come through yet. I'm a little tempted to go over to each of the machines and just put a sorter in that will sort everything that isn't a geode until I have the geodes. Yeah, I'll figure that out. Yeah, but it looks like I'm out of time. That is quite a setup. I still need to bring the coal down, and maybe I can bring it down over here. I'm going to have to work a little bit higher. Oh, oh yes, I researched those stairs. Let's see how they work compared to the ramps. So building, wooden stairs. Let's add 10 and purchase. Now, if I was to decide that I'd like to go up a little higher in this direction, I'd probably need to pick up those stairs first. Okay, so it clips onto a 1x1. It is 1x1, and they go together very nicely. Oh, I'm going multi-level for sure. Yeah, these are way better than the ramps. So let me get rid of that ramp. Put stair in. Why is it not steep? Is there a variation? Oh, there is. There's a steep and a shallow variation. Oh, that's nice. So yeah, if you press Q, you can get the shallow version, and Q again, you get the deep version. Oh yeah, that's much better. And we can build a house. That's pretty cool. That means that I could bring staircases up in small areas like this without too much of a problem and make everything a little tighter. But this whole area is going to be platformed right over the top of these machines. I still need to do some figuring out because I'd like to bring the rods up to the top. And there are roller conveyor ramps now, so that's cool. Yeah, this is not working. I think we just need to fix this. So yeah, break that out. We'll put one of these over here and then a couple of these in, and that should be better. And then we can grab all of this stuff that fell down that isn't wedged and choke up that basket with them. Alright, good. That is much better, I think. Okay, where is that beeping? There. What went through there that shouldn't have? A piece of... that was a piece of copper. How the heck did that piece of copper land up on this line? There's no copper going over the top of it. I don't know. But it was a short-lived problem. In the meantime, we have pipes being produced. We are on our way to the Master of Pipes quest. I'm going to have to check out the geodes because they aren't moving and see what's going on with that. But apparently there's a new tool. If we head into the research, where was it? Oh, is it maybe unlocked already? Let's go and have a look in the shop. There it is, the Jackhammer. Yep, I'm gonna get it. It is faster than a pickaxe can break ore into crushed pieces. Right, there's then something else that I'd need to get eventually. So we'll take the Jackhammer and we're going to replace our pickaxe because we don't need that anymore. And that means that I can go and clean up those rogue clusters that are lying around. Yeah, let's do this. Oh, nice. And then I can just shove them onto their relevant belts, I suppose. Now all we're waiting for is the iteration of the magnet that only picks up one type of resource. But yeah, as I was saying, I need to get the rods up to the top level because this is where we're going to do the lathes. So the threaded rods. And then I'm going to have to see how I can fix this issue that I have over here. I mean, is it as simple as just removing this piece of belt? I don't know. But there's a chunk in there that shouldn't be there, so we can, oh, it fell in anyway. Oh, okay. Well, it works. But then it's going to get kicked off the belt because it won't work down there, so time to break out our new jackhammer. There we go. That's done. But it's in the wrong place. So that's how our pieces of iron get on the gem line. And why are there clusters of iron coming through anyway? There shouldn't be, unless it was just stuck there. Oh, that's probably why it was spilling over, because everything was going over the top of it. Alright, understood. So maybe that solved the problem. Right, but I think that is where I'm going to leave this one. If you like this video, give us a like. If you want to see more, subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications. Leave me your comments. Let me know your thoughts. And if I'm doing things right, there's lots of really nice tools. Still sort of trying to figure out those geodes. I'm not 100% sure of them yet. And we're definitely not filtering the geodes where we should be. Unless we're just really not getting many. And then I need to make a plan to get that coal down. And that coal is way up there. So obviously I'm going to have to do the crushing and then bring down maybe 2 hoppers. No, we'll bring it down to an upper level. And we'll do the sorting over here, send what needs to be sent in the direction that it needs to be sent. But that'll be an upper level. This level that we're on now, this will be the level that we do the lathes and the threaded bars. But I have 2 more research tickets. We'll get to them in the next episode. Moving along very nicely to Master of Pipes. So that'll be finished soon. That's another 3 research tickets. Everything is going. It's not going super fast yet, but it's going. And I'm happy we have loads of cash. Not an issue at all. And we have a jackhammer. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me. And until next time, cheers.